Hello everybody, and today is Tuesday and I am meal prepping today. If you hear Russian in the background then I apologize. My son is obsessed right now with Russian and he is teaching himself Russian, so that's just going to be in the background probably most of the day. Alright, so it is 9:39 and we are going to meal prep today. It's 9:39 in the morning. We'll see how long it takes me to get stuff done. I do have to be done. I have a hard stop by 2:30 because Luke's teacher and therapist come from 3:30 to 5:30 today. So I have a hard 2:30 stop. So I wind down for a minute, straighten everything back up, and get him focused and ready as well. So today I am going to meal prep a few snack items, a few lunch items. Those are the main things that we need, like meal prepped in our house. So one of the things, being on a tight budget and not buying a bunch of stuff, having mostly just basics to make everything that you could possibly need, or one, is having stuff on hand for people. And so we're gonna make homemade bread. Start off with that. I actually have a list, and if you guys have ever meal prepped with me, I always bite off more than I can chew. Like I said, I have a hard stop, so we'll see what I can get done. But I want to make some muffins, some chocolate and some blueberry muffins, and that is for snacking more than breakfast or anything like that. They can grab, go. Charles especially, he likes to come down. He's looking for something to snack on all the time. So easy to have muffins. He loves them. So does Theo. Loves muffins. We're also, like I said, gonna make bread. I'm gonna make some granola so that we can get that out with yogurt parfaits. In fact, I'm gonna send a yogurt parfait with Charles to work tomorrow for breakfast. I also wanna make some overnight oats. I find that if we have overnight oats in the fridge, it's also a quick, easy snack. Not only is that breakfast, but for everybody that's home all the time, it's a great snack option. Just grab out some overnight oats. I like them cold, some like them cold, some heat them up, but they're ready to go. Also, I want to steam some yellow potatoes. The yellow potatoes are what I got on sale, and it's actually our favorite potatoes. But if you steam them, I do them in the Instapot for about 13 to 15 minutes. They're not fully cooked, but they're almost fully cooked. So that makes them perfect for cutting up into French fries for a quick side option for lunch, since we're not gonna have a bunch of chips and stuff like that as a side option. You can always just throw them in the air fryer, some oil, salt, and they're ready to go. It also is great to fry up with some eggs in the morning, and they don't take much time because they're already partially cooked. Having them on hand is just a great option. I also want to dice up and cook up some sweet potatoes as well, because those are great to have for lunches as well. And honestly, if you just want a little something sweet, but you want to keep it on the healthier side, a little maple syrup on some sweet potatoes is really good. It definitely can hit that sweet spot. I am gonna make some chicken chili today. I'm gonna put that in the crock pot as soon as we're done getting the bread started, because I want that for dinner tonight, because I have them here from 3:30 to 5:30. I need dinner ready to go at the end of the night. I'm also going to bake some chicken, just plain old chicken breasts, just bake them. We can use them in salads, we can use them in wraps, and it's just very versatile, and we like to have the chicken ready to go. I'm gonna boil some eggs. I'm gonna whip up some egg salad and tuna salad and keep it in the fridge. Again, a quick, easy lunch options. We have a bunch of apples that we need to use. So I am going to make a Greek yogurt dip to go with the apples for a wonderful quick snack option. I'm gonna make some stuffed dates because I have a lot of dates. And if you take a date, you stuff it with some peanut butter and drizzle a little melted chocolate and pop it in the freezer. Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you've never had it, it's like a healthy Snickers bar. They really are really, really good. I'm also gonna make peanut butter balls. Theo loves those. Ash is huge on those. Really, all of my kids are. They've been eating them their whole life. So I'm gonna whip up some peanut butter balls and put those in the fridge. Great snack option as well. And we are out of ranch dressing. So I'm going to whip up some homemade ranch dressing so that we have it to go with carrots and cucumbers and such like that. If I have time, I will also make some homemade fudgesicles. that's last on my list because I can make that any day. It only takes a second to whip that up. So that's undecided if I'm gonna worry about making that today or not. So let's go on and get started. That's a lot of food to cook in about 4 hours time is what I want it to be doing in 4 hours, so we'll see. All right, let's start with the bread. Here's the bread. Okay guys, so today I'm doing, let me scooch on up, I'm doing my very basic bread recipe. I'm gonna start with 2 cups of warm water. I buy yeast in bulk all the time. I have a 2 tablespoon scoop here. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of yeast. And then I'm gonna add some sugar, and that is to feed the yeast. And that's a couple tablespoons of sugar. Now, I am just gonna whip this up real quick. Get it plugged in. I'm gonna turn this on real quick, let it stir for a second. And now I'm gonna leave this to get all bubbly, about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna be bouncing all around because this is real life. I'm trying to crank this out in 4 hours. So, sorry, it will be a lot of bouncing around. While I'm waiting for that to rise, or to bubble up, I'm gonna just add a couple chicken breasts. Right there. And I'm gonna add a whole jar of salsa. Then I'm gonna fill this jar up with some water. I'm gonna add some water, or you could fill it up with chicken broth. I'm gonna add 2 cans of Great Northern beans. Okay, I just rinsed and drained those. Then I'm gonna drain a can of sweet corn, and I'm gonna add that. And I don't know about you guys, but I wash these and I repurpose these jars all the time. All right, and next I'm gonna add some chili powder. That's it, just stir this around a little bit. And I'm just gonna cook this on low until dinner tonight. Okay, and now you see this is all nice and bubbly. So to this I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil, probably about 3 tablespoons or so. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of salt. That's a little bit more than a teaspoon. Okay, and then I'm gonna start with 4 cups of flour. And I'll probably need to add a little bit more, we'll see. Let's lift it up and get it going. Okay, while that's kneading, I'm gonna go on and set my oven at I think I'm gonna go with 375. And I have 3 more chicken breasts here. So I am going to just put these in the oven and bake them. I am just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on them. And then I'm just going to use this jerk seasoning, Jamaican jerk, and I'm just going to do that on all of them. Okay, now this is going into the oven. And now we're back to our bread. I'm going to add a little more flour. Probably another cup. So it's about 5 cups altogether. Okay, while that's finishing, I'm going to go on and peel my sweet potatoes. I find I make less mess if I just do it in the sink. going to put these in to cook with the chicken. Now I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to set this, I'm going to cover it and let this rise for about an hour. So all I do here is just put it in a little bit of a ball, and we like it softer, so if you leave it a little sticky like this, it's not crazy sticky, like it's not sticking awful to my fingers, but a little sticky, it makes a much softer bread. So I'm just going to cover that and set that aside. Luke, honey, turn that down a little bit, please. Okay, next we're going to cut up the sweet potatoes. Okay, now I'm going to put a couple more over here. I'm going to toss both of these with olive oil. Most one. And then one of these I'm going to toss with some garlic salt. So these are going to be more savory. And some pepper as well. And a little onion powder. And just toss these up again, and the savory sweet potatoes are done. Oh, actually, you know what else would be good? A little smoked paprika. I'm going to add that real quick too. A little smoked paprika. And then next, I'm going to make a sweeter version. So I'm going to add some brown sugar. Some cinnamon. A little nutmeg. And I'm going to top it with a few pats of butter. And a tiny bit of salt. That's it. These are going in to bake with the chicken. Alright, next I'm going to get going the eggs. So the secret to farm fresh eggs and boiling them is to boil them longer, because farm fresh eggs, the consistency of the white part of the egg, if it's farm fresh, is very creamy instead of more of a rubbery texture, which is what most people are used to when they have store-bought eggs. So I have found that if you cook it a little bit longer, like an extra 3 to 4 minutes longer, then you will get that rubbery texture that is really good for egg salad and for cutting up, you know, and putting into stuff. The creamy texture is still really nice. If you just want to like cut open your shell and eat it like out of the shell, it's hard to peel when it's really creamy, but it's still really nice. It's almost like a custard. But like I said, if you boil them longer, then you get that same kind of firm, I call it rubbery kind of texture that you get in a normal boiled egg. So I have some of my eggs here. I'm going to go on and just set them in here so that I can wash them. Also, the key to washing farm fresh eggs is to have warm water, and then I just use a little brush and scrub them real quick because they aren't washed until we're ready to use them unless they're in the fridge. And I'm going to just drop it into my pot for water. Okay, so here they are, and that's so beautiful. I always think it's so pretty. I'm going to go on and put these on to boil. Okay, so next I'm going to do the potatoes. I was going to do yellow potatoes, but I forgot I had some russet potatoes in there that you can see. I need to use these up. So I'm going to clean these up real good, and then I'm going to put these in the Instapot. Okay, so all I do for the potatoes is I have this little insert that I put in. Yep. And then I just fill some water in the bottom. Not a lot because I'm just steaming them. And then I just add the potatoes whole. And because these aren't the yellow potatoes, which cook a little quicker, I am going to do this for 15 minutes. Okay, make sure that it's closed. And then I'm going to hit pressure cook for 15 minutes. There we go. And that got very dusty in there. Move that off a little bit. Okay, so now it's the moment that I'm going to take a minute. It's 10:30. We've been at it for an hour now. Hour flies by pretty fast. All right, so I got the bread check, that's going. I've got the potatoes steaming. I'm baking the sweet potatoes. I got the chicken chili. I got the baked chicken going. I'm boiling the eggs now. So we're gonna start on some of the stuff that I can do here on the counter because I can't do the granola until the oven is empty, and I can't do the muffins until the oven is empty. So that leaves me to work on the peanut butter balls, the stuffed dates, the ranch dressing. I'm waiting on the eggs for the egg salad and the tuna salad. So I can also make the peanut butter Greek dip, yogurt dip for the apples. Oh, and I could make the fudgesicles. So let's get started. Okay, so stuffed dates, making these like healthier Snicker bites, are so easy. I'm gonna melt some of these chocolate discs just because I have them, not because you need to use them at all. We make them with chocolate chips all the time. I'm gonna just heat this in the microwave 30 seconds at a time, and you would do the same with chocolate chips, stirring it until it's nice and melted. While that's melting, I'm gonna get my pan ready. I have these reusable, I just got them on Amazon. They're reusable sheets, like a wax paper or a parchment paper kind of sheet. They're just reusable. And then I've got out some cocktail peanuts. I wasn't gonna do that, but I've got a few left, so I am gonna add that, but you don't need to, that's optional. And I got my peanut butter out, and I have dates. Now these dates, I get at 7 Hot Dates, or Jolie dates are really good, but you want them to be fresh like this so that they're really soft and gooey, because that's your caramel type flavor. So I'm just gonna open them like that and set them on my tray. They do have a little cap, some of them, not all. And they have a seed in the middle that need to come out. If you've never had fresh dates, they are seriously so good. They also keep really good in the freezer, and then you just get them out and let them sit out like the night before. I have boxes or bags, because I've taken them out of the boxes, of them in the freezer that I get them when they're on sale. They're great in smoothies. They're great to just eat. They're just so good. They are high in calories as well though. Now if you get one like that, that's a bad date. You do not want to eat that. Alright, next I'm going to take the peanuts, and I'm just going to place a couple inside. Of each of my dates. Maybe even just one in some. Just depends on the size of your date. That one has 3. Okay, and then next I'm just going to put just a little bit of peanut butter in each one, just a little. I'll get it in just a second. Then I'm going to just drizzle some chocolate over the top of each one. And then these are going into the freezer. You could dip them in chocolate if you want, but I don't think it even needs that much chocolate because these are very sweet. Another way that's good is to just top it with some chocolate chips, and you don't even have to melt it. You just eat it like that right then and there. That's really good as well. Okay, so now I'm going to remove the eggs and put them in ice water, stop them from cooking. time to check our sweet potatoes and our chicken. These are our savory sweet potatoes. Just check with the fork, and those are perfect and done. I'm gonna move our bread. And now let's check our chicken. Sorry, lift you guys up a little bit. Okay, chicken is done as well. So I'm gonna scooch that back here. And our sweet potatoes that are sweet should also be done at this point, nice and syrupy. So now I let all of this cool off so that we can get to where we can put it away. And then I'm going to bump the oven down to 350 so that I can get the muffins in the oven. But before we do our muffins, let's just peek on our bread. It looks like it was risen and it flopped because I moved it. So we're going to go on and sort or separate our bread first. So let me get my loaf pans. Okay, I'm going to go on and just spray down my pans with just some Pam. I'm going to divide my dough into two. Now you could add cinnamon and sugar to the middle if you wanted and make it like a cinnamon bread, which is really good, and we like that a lot too. I just kind of roll it on itself and pop it in. Do the same with this one, just kind of roll it on itself. And pop it in. All right, now these two are going to get covered to rise again. And I'm just going to leave them sit over here on this counter. Okay, so for muffins, we are sticking with my family's favorite, which are blueberry and double chocolate. It's just their favorite. I make it a lot of times. That's my go-tos. I would love to make a orange cranberry muffin, and I think I'm gonna do that next week because that's one I would love, and Kate would love it as well. And maybe a couple other kids would like that one as well. But I would love to make a few different varieties, so next week I will probably make something besides these. You guys have seen these before. I've shared it many times, but I'm gonna share it again for those of you that are new. I'm gonna start with blueberry, and these literally are the best blueberry muffins ever. Hands down, better than a bakery. We love them, they're amazing. So here's how you make them. But first, we just started beeping. Now with this, we want to do a release right away. You do not want to let these sit, the potatoes, in your Instapot, or they're going to get all the way cooked. And we don't want them all the way cooked. We want them still just a little firm, so they're easy to cut into fry shapes and to use throughout the week. So definitely quick release as soon as it beeps. Now to the muffins. So I'm going to start with my muffin tins here and just spray them. Normally I use fresh blueberries, which is what we are used to, but we're using up what we have, and I have a bunch of these little wild frozen blueberries, which I think are going to be wonderful too. So let's get out a bowl, and And I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of flour. Three-fourths cup of sugar. A half teaspoon of salt. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 large egg. Some vanilla. A 1/3 cup of oil. I'm using just canola. A half cup of milk. Then, I'm just gonna stir this all together. Muffins are very easy to make. If it's too thick, add a little bit more milk. If it's a little bit too thin, add a little bit more flour. These are looking pretty perfect. Then I'm gonna add in some blueberries. Again, I'm using frozen. If you were using fresh, it would not turn your batter purple, but because it's frozen, it will. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add that into these baking sheets or muffin cups. And then we need to make a crumb topping to go on the top. You don't have to do the crumb topping, but it definitely makes them that much better. Now these are large muffin tins, so I'm not getting a full 12, I'm getting 10. So all you do for that is just put a little water, and that'll help those cook perfectly. Okay, so for the crumb topping, you're gonna start with some melted butter. That's just a couple tablespoons, and then I'm doing like a little handful of brown sugar. You could do cinnamon in here as well if you wanted. And then I'm gonna add some flour. Probably start with about 1/4 cup of flour, and then just kind of pinch. You don't want to just mix this all together, or you're going to end up with just one big clump. And more flour. That's probably good. Honestly, a tiny bit more even. Also, it'll help it not stick when it's baking if you've got it dry enough and not in great big clumps. That's perfect. So that's what you want. So then I'm just going to sprinkle that on top of each one of these. And these are ready to go into the oven, and then we will make the chocolate muffins. Okay, for the chocolate muffins, again, I'm going to spray my muffin tins down. I like doing muffins back to back because they are a lot of the very similar ingredients, just a little bit different. 1.5 cups of flour. A half cup, so I'm going to use a 1/4 cup to get in here, of unsweetened cocoa. Three-fourths cup of sugar. 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, 1 cup of milk, we're just going to stir that all together. Then we're going to add some chocolate chips to the batter. And then to make it extra chocolatey and special, I like to add a little bit to the top of each muffin. So. Okay, and then I'm just going to sprinkle a few chocolate chips on top. Okay, I have my bowl filling up over there to clean. So now we are 2 hours in. It's 11:30. I feel like we're doing really, really good. My bread is crying to be baked, so as soon as these muffins are done, I need to get the bread in the oven. But here's what we got left to do. It's time to do a quick check. We made the muffins. So we still have peanut butter balls, ranch dressing, overnight oats, granola, egg salad, tuna salad, and the Greek yogurt dip. I don't think I'm gonna get to the fudgesicles. I told you that was an iffy one. We can make that any day because it really is so fast. It's more just getting out a mixer and more mess. And I'm gonna wait off on that. So we will make that this week and I will share that recipe with you because it's so easy and they're so good. But let's go on, and I need to cut that chicken up and I need to put the sweet potatoes in containers. Then I need to take a minute, just kind of clean my area up again. As you hear the dishwasher going, I need space to work. So before we start breaking everything else out, while the muffins are cooking, I'm gonna take a quick minute. I'm gonna clean and get this stuff packed up. Okay, and then potatoes, they go just like this in the fridge. If you cover them or you put them in a bag, they're gonna get slimy. So they sit just like this. I'm gonna let them cool the rest of the way off. They're soft. They're not so soft that I can't cut them and turn them into French fries and that type of stuff. So they're perfect. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna make this Greek yogurt dip that is for dipping apples and stuff in. It's so good. You're just gonna take Greek yogurt. This is plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. To that, I'm gonna add some peanut butter and some honey. And this is all just to taste how you like it. And then just mix all that up. And it turns into this delicious peanut butter, Greek yogurt goodness that is wonderful to dip fruit in or to eat as a dessert. It's so good. You just want to kind of taste it. And make sure you got it sweet enough and everything that you like. And that is perfect. So this goes in the fridge just like this. And we can just get it out and dip apples in it. Okay, while I got the peanut butter and the honey out, I'm gonna go on and make the peanut butter balls. So for that, it is just peanut butter. If you are a peanut butter lover, these are amazing. Then it's honey. If you guys just saw that I dropped the honey, I deflated my bread. It's alright, one loaf won't be very puffy and the other one will. Doggone it. Okay, so then some vanilla. And some cinnamon. I do not measure any of this. It is all just to taste. I've been making this for so many years that I have no idea what I would use for measurements. I just stir all that together. And then I have this packet of instant milk. Dry milk, powdered milk. And hopefully that'll be enough. If you need to add a little more honey or peanut butter, you can. This is one of those that really is kind of good to just get in with your hands if you can. The dried milk just gives it a really good texture and it holds it all together. But you could do oats. We've done oats before. They don't like it as much. They never did. I tried. I don't know if you could do protein powder in it. That might be good in it too. I haven't tried that. That's it. That's all there is to it. Then I just am going to tear it off, roll it into some little balls, put it in my container here, and then this will go just into the fridge. They are best if they've been in the fridge for a few hours before you eat them. And I can never make enough of these. That's good. Okay, so now these are ready to go into the fridge as well. Okay, next we're gonna make ranch dressing. So I do not have any buttermilk, so I just added a little bit of vinegar to some milk, white vinegar. And then we're gonna start off with a half a cup of mayonnaise. Then a half cup of sour cream. We'll leave that for stirring. Then we're going to add in a teaspoon of dried parsley. A half teaspoon of dried dill. A teaspoon of garlic powder. A teaspoon of onion powder. An eighth a teaspoon of black pepper. Half a teaspoon of salt. then 2 to 3 teaspoons of lemon juice, or a little bit less than a tablespoon. Then we've got our buttermilk here. And you just need like 4 to 5 tablespoons of that. I'm going to stir this up. Then you're supposed to add dried or chopped fresh chives. I just have some frozen from our garden. So I'm going to add a little bit of that. And that looks perfect. If you can see, it looks beautiful. Great dip style. Now let's give it a little taste, make sure we don't need anything else. Nope, that is pretty perfect buttermilk ranch. I'm gonna pop that into the fridge now. Then we can get it out, just give it a shake. I still see like a little bit of spices down at the bottom. So just shake it. And that's ready for the fridge. Alright, now it's time to get this bread in the oven. Like I said, I had a loaf fall on me because I bumped it. That happens. It'll still taste wonderful. It's just not going to be as puffy. I'm just taking an egg. I'm going to mix a little water. Just mix this up. I'm leaving my oven at 350. And I'm going to just brush that over top of this loaf of bread. That'll help it look really pretty and brown on top. Just be very gentle so you don't pop your loaf of bread like I did over here. Like I said, it still tastes good. Okay, now these are ready to go into the oven. Okay, next is having some overnight oats ready to go. So I like personally to just make them very plain, and then we add some jelly or fruit or a little honey, something like that to it. When we're ready to eat it, or flavor it however it is that we want to flavor it. Like a half a cup of oats in each one. I missed completely. Try not to miss. And then I like to add a little Greek yogurt to each one. If I have enough Greek yogurt. might not. I might have to get the vanilla out. Well, I was using vanilla. Good thing it didn't ruin my ranch dressing. Alright, I am making the biggest mess, but there we go. And I'm also just going to add a little bit of chia seeds to each one. And that's it. I'm going to leave this just very basic. I'll send this with Charles tomorrow for his breakfast. Or he might opt to take muffins. I'll see what he feels like. Alright, but that's it. And then I'm just going to stir these together. Put a lid on them. And then, like I said, in the morning, people make what they want. If they want them in the morning, or if they want them for a snack, they'll add whatever sweetener they want, whatever fruit they want. Or if they want to have peanut butter, whatever they want to add to it. If you want to make it faster for yourself, you can add all the vanilla and the brown sugar, whatever sweeteners and fruit and stuff you want, and then pop them in. I just prefer to do it like this and just leave it plain because everybody likes their oatmeal different, and instead of making a bunch of different types of overnight oats, they can just add it in the morning. Alright, so here is a look at the muffins. The family is ready to start digging into them. So they are ready and looking good. So I'm going to let them go on and have some. I've kicked them out of the kitchen all day so far, so they can have it. Alright, next I'm going to do tuna salad and egg salad. And I'm just going to prep them right here in these containers to cut down on some of the dishes. So let's start with the tuna. Alright, I'm just going to drain these 2 cans real quick. Okay, I'm gonna keep it super simple. I know you can chop up celery and onion and all of that, but I'm just adding some garlic powder, some onion powder, some spicy brown mustard, and then I like mine with sweet relish. I know some people like it with dill relish. I like it sweet. And I'm going to add some mayonnaise. And a little celery seed. Yes, tell Charles he can come down too. And I'm just going to mix that all up. And I'm going to add some pepper. I like a lot of pepper and some salt and 1 boiled egg. I just kind of cut my hand like this. Like everything, just give it a little taste, see if I need more of anything, and then put it up. Okay, so now onto the egg salad. I have 4 eggs remaining, so I just went ahead and put those in a container. And here are the eggs. I am just going to do salt and pepper a little celery seed. Charles likes these very simple.
Oh, you're making egg salad?
Yeah, I'm making egg salad.
Oh, I love it very simple, and it's love, not like. Your egg salad's the bomb.
And then I'm just going to use this meat chopper to chop it up. Thank you, baby.
How it is?
But
I'm really the only person who eats it.
I like it. Yes. He will eat all of it.
It's more for me.
Okay, some spicy mustard and some mayonnaise. That's sweet. Sweet. That's it. That's how he likes it.
That's how I roll, baby.
I'm gonna get this stuff all put away real quick. And here on our final item, since I'm not making the fudgesicles, we have granola left, and it is 12:30. We're gonna make it. We have an hour, but it does cook for about 40 minutes. Granola takes a little while to cook. So I gotta wait though on the bread to finish, and then I'll be able to get that in. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up, and then we will real quick go on and put together the granola. Okay. Start off with 5 cups of oats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do a third a cup of honey. A third a cup of packed brown sugar. Vanilla. It calls for a tablespoon, but that's the end of my vanilla. Up here, I don't feel like going down to get it. A ½ teaspoon of salt. Some cinnamon. Okay, and then it says 2 cups of pecans. Chopped, so I'm just gonna break them up a little bit, leave some big, I guess, because they're falling in there. I just have these pecan halves. And then it calls for some raisins or craisins, but I am not doing that because only a few of us like that. I love them, but sorry, kids are starting to text me. Like I said, not everybody does, so I'd rather just people can add that to what they want. Also have about a third a cup of coconut oil melted. If you don't like coconut oil, you could use vegetable oil or whatever kinds you like. Then just kind of mix this all around. Okay, now I'm going to take my cookie sheet and I'm going to line it anything sticking. It's mostly because I don't feel like cleaning it. And then I'm gonna dump this. I have an extra large cookie sheet here. I'm gonna dump this granola. And I'm gonna toss it around when it's done. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this because if you've been with me, you know I make bread all the time and they turn out beautiful. Always beautiful breads. Sometimes they don't. And today is one of those days. They're gonna taste wonderful, but they fell. They just, I think probably because I waited too long to get them in the oven. And I have a cat serenading me wanting to go outside, so I'm gonna let it out. But I just wanted to show you. They're still beautiful, they're still gonna taste fabulous, but they're not big and puffy like I like. They fell, and that's okay. Just know that that happens to everybody. Doesn't matter, I've been making bread for years, and it just happens. All right, now, let's get this granola in the oven. And I almost forgot our healthy Snicker bites. Cannot forget those. These are amazing. I just need to put those in a to-go container as well, or in a storage container. Okay, it has been a few minutes now, probably about 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna get this out. Just so that I can give it a quick stir, because I don't want anything to burn. And then I'm gonna put it back in. Okay, here we go. This is done. Looks wonderful, smells wonderful. Now it just needs to all cool off. Just kind of tossing it. And then I'll be able to store this in a big container. Alright, so I'm going to show you real quick just kind of how it's looking in here. So I got the peanut butter balls, the boiled eggs, I got the yogurt dip, I got potatoes, we got the chicken and the 2 kinds of sweet potatoes, overnight oats, ranch dressing, the tuna salad and egg salad are there. And then of course we got all our vegetables down here to dip in that ranch dressing to make salads or whatever else we want to make. And then in here we do have some muffins left. I'm gonna get those put away. And our 2 loaves of bread that I will slice up here soon. Okay, so here these are. I will store these in the freezer, and then when anybody wants any, you just get them out, let them sit for like 10 minutes or so, and they will be not rock hard, so you can bite into them without breaking your teeth. But you guys really should make these. They are so delicious and a great treat. Okay, you guys, that is gonna wrap it up for today because it is 1:36, so we did really good on time today. And I have 2 hours to get my house together, have a moment of peace, and just sit for a minute and get Luke motivated and ready for therapy in school. So I will, as soon as all that's done, around 5:30 tonight, I will start editing and get this up for you guys. It's gonna be up later, but I'm gonna get it up tonight. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow will be a full day of meals, see how we're using all this meal prep and what we eat throughout the day for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. You don't want to miss it. Bye everybody, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever you are.